right, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to another deal of Sharif and Friends here, Orlando Magic Association on NBA 2K14. I've changed a couple things back. I've also made a couple of changes based off things I've been working on that I'll be excited for once we get done with the whole season, because I'm probably going to change around a whole lot of stuff for next season. As far as when I'm playing TW again, I'm not 100% sure, honestly. That's the best answer I can give right now. But hello, everybody. Today we're definitely playing Utah. That one's going to be a big game because they're about as good as we are. Beyond that, Toronto's a toss-up. I guess it depends on if they hit that coveted 90 spot or not. Otherwise, we do have the Warriors to face. And then we can kind of zip through, good Lord, a good chunk of the schedule at that point. Wow, the Pelicans have hit 90? Well, good for them. For an expansion team the first few years we were doing this, the fact that they're doing a lot better than a lot of these other teams. But then again, they did have a crap load of picks to go for. Yeah, College Hoops 2K8 will be sometime after this, maybe not tonight, just because it's as late as as it is. All right. Yeah, those are my favorite Jazz. Those are probably my favorite Jazz uniforms. And then I know it's a bit simple, but I did make these Magic uniforms, so we'll test them out. We'll see how well they work.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We've got NBA basketball for you. I'm Damon Bruce. It's Tuesday night basketball. It's the Utah Jazz.
All right, Kobe Bryant and the Utah Jazz versus Sharif Abdur-Rahim and the Orlando Magic. Perfect. Also, I don't know if it's going to perhaps crash the whole game, because sometimes it does that, where it just like crashes the game. Oh, Scottie Pippen's here too, and Nick Van Exel. So this is a heavyweight bout. This is truly a heavyweight bout. 1940s NBL shit. Yeah, they're very simplistic. I understand. I'm just happy I actually got uniforms to work. They really do look like some old school ass uniforms.
The last game for the Orlando Magic, it was a win against Miami.
You know, so often in the NBA we talk about how you have to earn your points the hard way, but it didn't seem like that was the case. Everything came pretty easy.
There we go. So yeah, I'm sort of expecting, just because it's happened in testing, but then again, that's with a different build that has like a whole bunch of mods all crammed together. I'm sort of half expecting the game to just sort of like crash out the first time, just because it always seems to happen. So we'll see. Oh God. Okay, we're all good. We're all good. Oh, there you go. Also, I got the logo working, so I got the new logo in because I finally figured out what was going on with that. So I'm kind of happy about that. I got the new one working with most of the graphics and everything. Although I might want to take the lettering out and just make it the you don't really see it, but let me see here. Let's show it here. Kinda, sorta. I kind of want to take the lettering out and just make it the basketball with the M, which I have at center court. Shit. I kind of want the center court logo to be the more heavily used logo. All right, just let him pop. Oh, come on now. Come on. Oh, shit. There we go. Try coaching another team that's never been in the NCAA tournament. At least a team that's never been in the NBA. Oh, a team that's never been in the NBA Finals. I mean, to be fair, Magic have only been in there twice, and they've been a staple of bottom of the barrel for so long. Do you see the moves the Sixers made? I did not. Come on. Make that spin.
Out to Hardaway.
Oh, look at that.
Hits the
There you go. Got it the second time.
Leave him alone, especially from long range.
for Utah. They've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started.
All right, things are doing well.
He had 22
But yeah, I got like a scoreboard working. That one's going to be pretty good.
Assist totals. I mean, they tell you
I'm happy with that. I got arenas and floors working. The jerseys were really, honestly, the biggest hiccup in the whole thing.
and you look at the box score from that game,
Ah.
guys, and the first thing you notice is how many
The
turnovers.
jerseys were really something that I've never tackled before, and I finally kind of tackled it. So
As a direct result of those turnovers. There were a whole bunch of
I'm happy the jerseys kind of come out as well as they have,
outside.
despite the fact that the design is semi-uninspired.
Nobody near him. He'll
And as much as I love the pinstripes, I kind of did the little stars thing. But yeah. Ah, okay.
Duncan's got his first points of the game.
they'll take as many of those looks as they can get.
You know what I really didn't want to make it look like? I didn't want to make it look like the because I thought about some like bigger, bolder designs, but I can't remember which year it was. But they used to. It was either the early '90s or the late '90s or the early 2000s. I want to say it was the early 2000s, where they had those like weird ass baseball uniforms that the MLB had, where it had giant logos of the teams on the uniform.
big key for them, no doubt.
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
I'm a little perturbed because it's been a little while since I've gotten like flavored carbonated water. The local grocery store usually does a lot of different flavors that are really good. And it's like no calories, no sugar, anything like that. But they used to be like 79 cents a piece, and now they're $1.59. And not really anything has changed about any of it, really. Yeah, I read a Horford and Richardson traded a first in 2025, and Horford and a second in both trades for Danny Green, Seth Curry. Oh my God! So Danny Green is the prize of this trade. Why? Can we just get Mickey Mouse dribbling a ball? I thought about doing a Disney theme for the Magic. I might do an alternate jersey.
Activate the offense with ball and player movement.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. And then the other part of that, too,
I feel like that'll have to be done. Is get like a because I'm pretty sure they've done Disney jerseys before. And it went in. A double fuck you.
right in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Hill, he's checked in for Utah. Jackson comes in for Scotty.
Mainly to get rid of Horford's contract. Yeah.
Called for Utah.
Well, they've really kind of struggled offensively here, so I think this timeout is.
It was really weird. It just got randomly warm today. Like I think this is the last. This is like the last big hurrah of because it's been super cold, and I figured like okay, winter's here, but then today's been like this weird, like last big blast of 70-degree weather before it goes back to being cold again.
Van Exel with it.
Why do you think they're called the Magic? Well, yeah, I think they're owned by Disney, aren't they?
And the
Shit.
powerful one-handed slam.
Or at least part owned. But yeah, I do remember they did have, they haven't really incorporated it insanely much, but yeah, I think they've had Disney specific uniforms before. Ah, damn it.
Basket by Jackson.
He always knows where
Green and
his
Seth are
teammates
on
want
team
to be
friendly
at.
deals for 3 years left on Seth's.
Put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
So who took Horford in his contract?
Abdul Rahim. And a miss there on the triple. Jazz trailed by 4.
I mean, at least they got some picks out of it, which is, I mean, it seems like a decently fair trade. Like they're unloading his contract, but
2K leaderboard. These teams have been
they're unloading his contract, but at least they're giving away some picks because they kind of, I guess they kind of have to.
Please, Kevin, with their three-point game, it's working better for them thanks to some adjustments they've made in their transition game.
And of course what is it? The first rounder isn't until 2025, so I mean that's an upside. I think there's a few too many men on the court here, guys. Are they gonna go? Okay, okay. There's like 9 dudes on their team. This is kind of unfair. Oh, damn it. I also kind of realize now that I'm still using the Fox numbering, so it looks a little... I don't mind the Fox numbering, honestly. I need to figure out what part of the... I need to figure out what part of the IFF file does that. I need to maybe scour through that and see... And see what controls the number fonts. Oh, the Thunder. Okay, yeah, that's. Oh, you did say OKC. That's right. 2025 protected first rounder. Isn't Oklahoma City like hoarding picks right now? Isn't that a thing that they've been doing recently? Didn't they just get rid of Chris Paul too? No, or is Paul in the? No, Paul was on the Rockets, but I think he got traded to OKC, right? That was I can't remember what it was, but yeah, didn't OKC just get rid of a lot of shit to hoard picks, essentially? All right, let's see. Come on, Reggie. Show that old man basketball you got going on. Oh, dude, if he made that. There you go. They helped to revive Horford's career. At this point, trade Josh Richardson in a second for Seth Curry. I mean,
that's his shot. We've certainly seen him drain a bunch of them. Kept alive. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket.
Oh, it's even a protected first rounder. So I always hate the protected first rounder stuff because it's like, yeah, I'm going to give you a pick, but if it doesn't turn out to be, if it turns out to be better than you thought it was going to be, you can get it back. Yeah, I understand.
He kicks to Curry. He's against Miller. Baseline try.
Oh, Padgett, what the fuck is wrong?
The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And the Jazz making a change here. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Magic?
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in this first half.
Something else
Damn it.
so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Bender.
Check out the standings out west. Already we're in December.
Maury in 2 weeks has almost undone all of Elton Brand's moves.
But it's a long season, as we all know. And checking out Utah, 4.5 games behind.
Checking out Utah, they've actually taken the NBA by storm since the season kicked off. They put themselves right in the mix with the league's top teams when most people thought they'd be bottom feeders.
And I know it's early, Clark, but the way they've looked.
Get the guy from Kentucky in the draft who some may think be good, may be good.
Movement by Utah. Here's Delk.
Yeah, I forget. Like I had gotten an email about who the Magic picked. I just couldn't remember who they picked. I think it was like Anthony someone.
We've got 22 seconds left
I want
in
to
the
say.
first quarter. It's stolen.
No, I didn't want to do that. God damn it.
It's off his foot. And the officials saying it was kicked.
Kentucky guards in the NBA, they're quite good. I mean, yeah. By the way, thanks, Jack. Hello. It's good to see you at least. Even if you're not really able to message, it's good to at least see you here.
78%.
You know, his free throw percentage has dropped this year, but not really enough to raise any red flags or become alarmed about it.
He hits
There we
both for
go.
the strike.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plagued some of the
I think I can make something happen.
Gets it.
Oh, damn it.
Good trying to get that one. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter.
All right, well, we're still up by 1, so that's
By a
good.
point. And the second quarter,
You know what I kind of hate, and I feel like I need to change back? These little fire basketball things. I don't think I've ever mentioned it, but I've grown to really dislike it. I think I need to do something about that.
Coming up this Friday, December 21st, the Miami Heat hit the road for a duel with the New Orleans Pelicans.
God, I'm gonna be glad to be like pulling a lot of this crap out.
So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And what do you guys think about the Magic here so far in this one?
And it's really been a dominant effort on the glass. That's been the key here.
Yeah, they've established nice low post
Duncan.
presence, which always tends to help you on the rebound.
You know, they also Cole Anthony, that's who it was.
That'll be the first of two straight at home. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up
Damn
and
it.
ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. And so in the game for the Jazz.
Point guard. Why are they always picking? Well, we don't really have point guards, do we? Who's our main point guard now? Shit.
Gets it to go.
Oh, it was DJ, wasn't it? Is Augustine still our starter? Our starting guy?
Right on him.
I don't remember if we picked anybody. We picked a lot of big guys
Fouled on the way up. 2 free throws.
recently, so I'm imagining we need a good point guard. See, while that's happening, I need to remember who was the starting guy. Orlando Magic roster. I'll do ESPN usually. Yeah, it was DJ Augustine. Oh yeah, I forgot they did get Michael Carter. Well, oh, Markelle Fultz. That's right. Do they not have any hope in Markelle Fultz? Do they assume he's gonna? I mean, maybe get another guard. He could be a shooting guard. You don't really have. I mean, there's Fournier, Terrence Ross. Damn.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Fultz was trash. Yeah, Fultz is. I think Fultz has gotten a lot better.
On offense, here are the Magic.
Not quite the number one pick that everyone assumed he was going to be, but you know,
Back to Duncan.
he's getting back into form from what I heard,
Here's Pfizer.
which is interesting because usually we develop the guys and then they become amazing on other teams. That's usually how it works.
Making a change here.
You want to pick? See, you want them to pick a center, bring back Bismack Biyombo. Oh God. Ugh.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the
Well, they did pick up who was it? I know he got injured, but Jonathan Isaac is the center, isn't he? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I kind of figured you're a Sixers fan, but you know what? I don't mind. As a Magic fan, I, for one, welcome the pocket change we got from Markelle Fultz. I hope he becomes an all-star. Honestly, just if he's even serviceable, I think he'll be worth what the Magic paid for him. I don't think they had to spend too much. Oh shit. Stay on him.
feeds to Pippen. 5 to shoot.
70. Yeah, the Magic have a bad habit of overpaying centers. For every time we have a we have a big center, we have a Bismack Biyombo or
Here's Bender.
we had that one dude. Oh, he was like European or Russian. Fuck, we ended up getting him in a trade, and he's like an end of the bench guy worth like $14 million a year. Wish I could remember who he was.
Orlando now.
It was just a few years ago too.
Went for the two-hander on that. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
Fuck, I can't remember his name now.
Yeah, he's sensing this is a critical time in this game, guys.
Versus someone like the Celtics, yeah.
Back to
I mean, I think that's the thing about Orlando's is no, not Vucevic. Vucevic's good. Vucevic's great. But there was some center. Fuck. I wish I remember his goddamn name. Mozgov. Timothy Mozgov. Because he was like an end of the bench guy getting paid like $16 million a year. Yeah, the Magic have a really bad habit of overpaying for centers consistently.
Into the second quarter.
It was a horrendous contract, too.
Raheem and Orlando again.
Herzonia. Yeah.
He can be a matchup nightmare inside the paint.
I remember when they thought Herzonia was going to be a thing.
Outside, Kobe. Number 43.
Ah.
And he uses the glass on the layup.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth
Go.
basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them
Hey.
this opening half, Clark.
And it's good.
He was paid that from the Lakers. Yeah, but the Magic took on that fucking contract because I think they needed to get rid of some people.
Now Van Exel. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Number 43.
Ah.
Big bounce off the rim, but it's
Herzonia's worse than a
and
horse.
the Jazz lead by 1. The Magic have gotten 4 of the first 5
I remember that was like, oh man, Herzonia, he's going to be really good. No.
Duncan goes in, gets it to go. Duncan's got
All
a
right,
second
back in the lead. Ooh, we get to trade the lead back and forth quite a bit. 8 lead changes already. We had a 8-point lead, but there's a lot of lead changes already happening. But I'm none too concerned because we tend to go on streaks. We just got to keep Bryant. Hey, there you go.
no good.
Quick before Bryant can get back on D.
No disputing that.
That's what the box score says. Still anybody's game, though.
Here's five.
Aha.
Feather touch on the finger roll.
Then Exo really got burned on that one.
3-point Orlando lead.
Mozgov's the guy. Yeah, Mozgov really got paid a shitload of money for doing absolutely nothing.
Their way down low.
Utah calls timeout. Now let's step back and have a look at the top passing teams in the NBA this season.
I'd say the same thing about Zaza, but Zaza Pachulia at least also injured other players, other teams' players too.
To unselfish play, patience, ball movement, and player movement.
Number 43.
I was drinking water. Hang on.
Outside Pippen. That's in.
That's all right.
Assist by Kobe. Pippen's got 11.
It looks like he's finding his touch now because the shots are starting.
Also, seeing Pippen in a Jazz uniform is just—it's like a cursed image, honestly.
So a moment now to see the story on Kobe Bryant.
Kobe in a Jazz uniform isn't super awful. Kobe in like a Celtics uniform would probably be the worst.
Good offensive player. His patience, his efficiency. He's ranked in the top 10 in field goal percentage.
Nick Batum. Oh, fucking Nick Batum.
A variety of offensive moves and a whole bunch of tricks in your bag, so he makes for wonderful highlights.
Wasn't it the fuck? What's his name that got paid? I remember there was a lot of talk about how much Harrison Barnes was getting paid,
Defender loose off the dribble.
but they had
For himself. He is
Evan
a very
Turner?
slippery player.
You mean Tuner, or
Another thing you have to
if you're talking about the Magic, Fournier.
is his skill on the low block. Terrific footwork, nice up and under fake.
Oh, Turner. I bet you mean Evan Turner. I don't know what happened to Evan Turner. I haven't really heard much about him.
And he makes both free throws.
I remember there was talk about how much Harrison Barnes was getting paid, but didn't the Mavericks... Oh, who the fuck did the Mavericks overpay for?
And here's
Fucking dude from Florida.
looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's
He spent most of his time as a model more than anything.
Hardaway against Van Exel.
Oh.
Hardaway kicks to Duncan.
Hey,
Pass, and he
if I knew how to alley-oop on at will,
the scoreboard looks
that would have
like
been
it
better.
does very
It probably would have been really good.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
Jordan? No, it wasn't Jordan. It was white guy
turnaround jump
from Florida. He's best known for the
putting on.
fucking miracle shots the super miracle shot that he did for Florida. That was like 3/4 court shot.
It sure does.
You could probably find that like Florida buzzer beater.
Bring the double team on
I think is probably his most noteworthy shot.
That already, Clark.
The Magic have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game. Horace Grant, he's
OJ
checked in.
Mayo and Rob Traylor.
Jazz trail by
Yeah, OJ Mayo. Rob Traylor, yeah.
Sink offensively.
But yeah, OJ Mayo.
a lot for their confidence.
Back to Kobe.
Is he? He's not still around, is he?
Miller inside. He's covered by Alston.
Ah.
Miller, no luck. Orlando's gotten both of their 3
Parsons. Chandler Parsons. I remembered his name now. Chandler Parsons was getting paid fucking boatloads of money from the Mavericks to do not much of anything. Now I remember. It was like it was gonna be on the tip of my tongue. Chandler Parsons got paid way too much money.
Come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is wonders for their confidence.
And the Jazz call time here.
All right, I think we're good.
Tim Duncan getting it done today.
He's really
Rob
taking
Traylor
the
is
tour
traded for the
inside.
draft rights to
Gotta find a
Dirk
way to slow
Nowitzki.
him
I'm
down.
pretty sure I saw Robert Traylor on one of the rosters in this game. He's considering this is what 2001. Still, he is here. OJ Mayo's playing in China now. Man, he was pretty good for. Was it the Grizzlies?
Kobe dishes to Miller.
Or am I thinking Rudy Gay?
The run. Rebound by the Magic.
And that'll increase their rebounding.
I think the most noteworthy thing about Rudy Gay is the fucking.
Haven't allowed many seconds.
If you haven't seen the shit.
Always going to allow you to maintain your lead.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. Scottie Pippen's checked in for Utah.
No, the Grizzlies not doing much, getting paid the same money. I think he died from a heart attack. Oh, Trailer.
1:31 left to play here in the
What is
second
Tim
quarter.
Duncan doing over there?
Now here's Van Exel. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Doubled by Alston.
Why are we double teaming Nick Van Exel and just leaving Kobe Bryant open? Oh my God, we really should have paid harder for that, honestly.
Fizer guarded by Pippen.
All right, let's do this.
6 to shoot. Here's Abdul Rahim. And so
Ah.
it's a trip to the line. Officials
That's all
with the
right.
contact, and he'll shoot.
Damn, Brad Miller. Out of all the guys that we could have been putting into foul trouble, it's got to be Brad Miller. Can't be Kobe. Can't be Pippen. Brad Miller. The one upside to that, though, is that they're going to put some bullshit at center.
This team has been kind of hit or miss to start the season.
Stack and Hill. Stack's got to come back out
To the high
again.
standards they normally expect.
Yeah, an elite team, I think they understand.
So
Play better than this.
our big men are probably going to get to run roughshod here.
Find their rhythm. They're just over 80% from the line now.
Stephon
Much
Marbury.
better than what they shot in the first.
Van Exel
I think the most recent thing I've heard from Marbury, I think Marbury was recently on like discussing like some NBA stuff on
It's rebounded by Tim.
some sort of
Not only is their lead big,
some sort of show, I think.
it's huge too.
But I think the most noteworthy thing I've heard from Stephon Marbury was, I don't know if he was the best man for Steven Jackson's wedding that was called off, but he was like in the wedding party for Steven Jackson's infamous called off wedding like 8 months ago. If you don't know about that story, that's a fucking wild story. And also a smart one, too. It's kind of interesting. Steven Jackson's a smart man.
Hill, no good.
And you can feel the momentum swinging. They needed that.
Oh, God. Oh,
That sent some frustration.
I should have just went with it.
Frustrated. It's understandable because they've given up this big run.
The Magic have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. The Jazz
Pfizer's doing pretty good today. Ah,
no good on the second free throw. Here's
Nope.
Pietrowski, but they'll get another chance. And the first half is now in the books.
Kobe Bryant's out there. You don't give him the last shot.
And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon
You don't
Bruce
try to
making
get him while he's
highlights
open.
From the first half of play.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Welcome, everyone. Let's see if we can spice up your Tuesday night with a little halftime report. Orlando on top against Utah. They're looking for another win as they try to improve their fourth-place standings in the conference. Tim Duncan with a phenomenal first half. We're at halftime,
There
and
we
still
go.
he hasn't missed a shot. It's been a pure shooting.
But yeah, if you haven't ever heard, I think maybe when it first came out, I probably talked about that. But I rewatched it after. I haven't thought about it since like it came out. But Stefan, the wedding story with Steven Jackson. Basically, Steven Jackson's he was with this woman for several years. I think he's had either 1 or 2 kids with her, and he was eventually going to get married to her. Well, to make a long, I'm trying to tell you the short details. He's been with her, had a couple kids with her, and he was going to finally get married to her. He is the love of his life. Because he is a former NBA basketball player, he's got a lot of money, and he wants to keep that money. So I think it was like 3-4 months. He said he was like 4 to 6 months out. He brought up the idea of a prenup to make sure that, she can get she's not going to go away completely empty-handed, but he's going to be able to keep his money for the most part. And basically he brought it up to her, and she agreed to it, and he drew up the papers and gave her the prenup, and she didn't sign it. And it got to like 3 months before the wedding day. He kept reminding her, just kind of like, just bringing it up. Like, he's like, no pressure, you still got time, but, just don't forget about it. Didn't sign the prenup. Then it became closer and closer and closer to the point to where he found out on his wedding day, like 15 minutes before, he's like 15 minutes before the wedding was supposed to happen in Vegas. He's like in the back room, and people are being seated, and he's finding out that she didn't ever sign the prenup, and he's not happy about that. That's not, because they agreed on that, and he told her he's not getting married without a prenup. And I guess whatever priest that they had to officiate the wedding was one that she personally picked, like, because I guess Steven Jackson at least had his own personal priest, like a guy. He was like, I think it was like his mom, like his family had like a priest when he was growing up and going to church, and he wanted to use him because it was like his childhood priest. And she wanted a different one, some guy she never really knew. She never really met him. Or no, maybe she did meet him, but there is no real personal connection between her and this particular priest. And he said that as he's back there, that priest comes back and basically tries to talk him out of, like, love doesn't need a prenup. You don't need that. You don't need this, that, and everything else. Look at that. Damn, we got about 5 personal fouls in the third quarter. Fucking... Oh, Stack's already out there. Poor Hill's got to come out again. I did not hear it happen with Scottie Pippen. But yeah, basically, the priest tried to finagle him into getting married anyway by using some, religious BS on him about how, love doesn't need a prenup and God will be fine, blah, 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 blah. And he said, no. He said, no, I'm calling it off. He spent $400,000 on the wedding. He said it was like $400,000 that's basically down the tubes for this. But he's like, whatever, I'm done. That's it. You didn't sign it, and you're not, obviously you don't respect it. You're not, that's not going to get signed then. And he's like, he's like back in his room, and like all his buddies, like Stephon Marbury and Mike Bibby and all these guys are, they're getting ready to go out to, they're like, yeah, you know what? Screw it. We're just going to go out partying. His ex was cheating on me, was married with Tristan Thompson. Huh. His ex was cheating on him. Well, I mean, if it's is it an ex like already an ex, and this is like an old relationship that's like, oh, by the way, she was cheating. But yeah, the Steven Jackson thing, because he told the whole story over like half an hour on Periscope. And yeah, that's basically telling you the whole. That's basically the whole thing there. And she tried to, like, she got him into a hotel room, and she was in her wedding dress crying. She's there with tears in her eyes, saying, "I'll sign it, you know, whatever, I'll sign it." While he was married to him. Oh. Huh. Interesting.
So a moment now to see the story on Kobe Bryant. He's been just lighting it up recently. The stats speak for themselves.
Yeah, I hadn't really heard about that.
Steals. And how about his accuracy from the foul line, guys? He is in the top 10 in free throw percentage.
I don't feel as bad for Scottie Pippen. I don't know. I heard he's not as bad as Michael Jordan, but he's still kind of an absolute prick. But yeah, Jackson was in the right. There's a lot of it was one of those things. It was like but yeah, that was my favorite line from that, where he was talking about how his not going to be wife was sitting there saying that she was going to sign the prenup, and he's like, listen, I was born at night, but not last night. He's like, I know about what it means to sign a contract under distress or under duress. You know, that can be easily voided, because if you're under like emotional manipulation or some type of emotional stress, you know, that shit can be thrown out in court easily. You're not signing it now. You're not gonna get away with that now. So yeah. Tristan Thompson's a home record cheating with like 6 wives.
The motor on this guy is amazing. Completely revved up. He's been everywhere today.
Oh, whatever.
His offense has been great, but defensively he's brought huge energy.
We've had a lot of free throw attempts. Well, I guess we've had so many. This they got Brad Miller out again. It's not Brad Miller, is it? No. It's Stack. Stack and Hill got to be out here for longer now, because the old 2002 Kings thing where Vlade Divac or Scott Pollard, Divac and Pollard were both fouled out early into the fourth quarter. Damn it. Who's LeBron's dad? I don't know. But yeah, Steven Jackson, I guess this is a lot of advice that he was given beforehand too. So whoever gave him the advice leading up to this was also pretty smart, because he does credit a few people for that as well. He also credited what was it, Mike Bibby's mom. He's like, Mike Bibby's mom is fucking real, like, because he said that, like, when he called off the wedding, he went up to his like hotel room and he's like, I'm not even gonna lie, I broke down crying, I was bawling on the floor, I was doing this, that, and he's like, Mike Bibby's mom, you know, wiped my tears and snot away. Oh shit! Damn. He's like, wiped my tears and snot away with her bare hand and told me, today you became a man.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Shit! That was the wrong. All right, get out of the paint. I need something else. There we go. Let's get ISO here. Oh, we got it. So yeah, I forget who it was. I don't know if it was Stephon Marbury or someone else. He was talking about how they went down into like the hotel where the DJ was already playing music. And he's like, before we even got there, he was already up at the DJ booth. And you know what song he played? Oh, what was it? The Gold Digger song. The She Gives Me Money for What I Need. So yeah, it was great. Fucking Stephon Marbury's pretty savage too. Immediately with the Gold Digger. Marbury's the guy who ate Vaseline. I don't know. I've never heard that story.
And, maybe that one will get him going. I think
Oh,
for
LeBron's
the
dad is Delonte West.
he needs to be the one to do the ball.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that story.
Well defended.
I feel bad. I feel bad making jokes about it, considering Delonte West is like kind of fucked up. But
Now here's Van Exel.
I've seen him do. I've heard he's been doing a lot better, so that's good.
No good off the front iron.
There's no
That
getting around
DJ fucking no. It was I guess it was Stephon Marbury who went up to the DJ and had him play that as all the dudes are coming in.
11 points.
I think it was Stephon Marbury. It might have been somebody else.
High-quality shot. Can't get enough of those.
Lays out. And
Oh.
out of bounds is the Magic will gain possession.
You tried.
And upcoming the schedule for the Orlando Magic. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. And they've been enjoying this long homestand. That will be game
Marbury's
4
just
of
straight up
5 in a
eating
row at home.
Vaseline. Ha. Well, you know, that's a thing. Damn, we're up by a lot. I didn't realize how much we're up by. In his house.
Here are the Magic.
Was it? Oh, whose house wasn't there a fairly current NBA star
By Jackson.
that just had Gilbert Arenas show up at his house acting kind of crazy?
He'll shoot 2 right here.
I forget who it was, but there was like a fairly current NBA star, and Gilbert Arenas just like showed up at his house
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far.
and just was like hanging out, talking crazy shit.
Tremendous. Very unselfish.
PlayStation
They're
5
attacking
console
the
in
gaps
stock.
defense
Oh,
with their quick, aggressive drives into the
the
paint area.
PlayStation 5 sell out again pretty quickly, it seems like. Give me some names of forgotten NBA players. I mean, you could just probably look through the rosters here. Oh, come on, you son of a bitch. Come on. Why isn't it? Go! Oh, my God almighty.
This is the second
What the hell? See, I clicked off the screen, and it all just screwed up. I don't know what happened.
and out of bounds is the Magic will gain possession.
The past few weeks, you can see how Utah stacks up. First in fewest turnovers a game. Third in assists.
I feel like half of our team on here is like forgotten NBA players.
And what's most
Sharif is definitely a forgotten NBA player.
is the few turnovers that they
Penny's not a hugely talked about guy.
You're putting a lot of pressure on the defense.
Pfizer's not really talked about just because almost everyone in the 2000 draft class was a bust.
To the inside, Miller. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
Ill-advised dunk attempt there. He aimed for the highlight reel and ended up on the blooper reel.
All right, Tinsley, let's see where you're at.
It's Tinsley
Hey, look at that.
from Duncan.
There's a good chance Tinsley's going to be taking over Mayberry's position as the starting
Find that igniter here.
point guard. So need to take a look at how this looks.
Broke out the finger roll.
I think we're gonna finish off the quarter and then that'll be it.
Miller outside.
Ah, damn you, Smush Parker. Oh God, I forgot about him.
He's got 11. And you can count
Oh,
a chance to make it 3.
Rick Pitino picked Pfizer.
Great body control.
Hey, Iowa State at that time was a damn good team.
You know, when that whistle blows, you're not done.
Iowa State didn't get to that point again. Didn't get to that point again of being like a dark horse championship pick until
He draws the foul
like
shot, a triple
a couple years into the
Nice strong
Hoiberg days, where we had like Royce White.
Yeah, when you stay aggressive, good things happen.
There's a forgotten NBA player,
for him.
and I guess NBA could be used pretty
well, all game he's been able to draw
not liberally,
contact.
but I guess yeah, it's yeah, that's kind of NBA could definitely be NBA player could definitely be used in quotations for Pfizer wasn't. I'm pretty sure he was.
Increase in those free throw percentage numbers.
Here's Pippen.
He was coached by
He hits the
Pitino.
jump shot.
I'm pretty sure Pfizer was an Iowa State guy.
The three-quarters
I'm
of
not
play
crazy, am I?
And this one all but over already. Magic out in front, delivering the blowout. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter.
No, he played all 4 years at Iowa State. He was coached by Pitino when he was in Chicago, but he played for the Tim Floyd Iowa State team.
December 20th, the Indiana
Let's see. Wow, he played. He actually managed to play a good 6-7 years overseas in the early 2010s. He was the NBA D-League MVP in 2006.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show.
20 years later, could another Iowa State basketball star be headed to the Chicago Bulls? Oh no. Who are they talking about that? Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. Let me just... Oh, right. I forgot. We're up by 21 points now, so we're just going to sim to the end of the game. Fuck it. Damn! We just completely stomped on him. Tim Duncan. Who are they saying is going to get drafted to the Bulls again? Oh, Halliburton. Yeah, Halliburton was pretty good when I saw him play live. I think it was last year. Oh, guy who played Bulls was okay. Was he a draft guy? Well, now I need to see what the NBA draft looked like. Oh my God, can I just get a super quick, easy? I don't need all the pictures and all the horse shit. I just want who went where. Anthony Edwards went number 1. LaMelo went to number 3. They were talking about him being a number 1 draft pick. But LaMelo went number 3, so that'll be interesting to see. He was playing in Australia. Last I knew, he was playing in it wasn't Croatia, but it was one of those types of teams. Let me see where everyone's at. All right, let's get to Toronto and see where Toronto sits as 5 games in a row. No, we're not giving away that shit. Damn. Immediately lost to the Hornets and then to the Nuggets. No, we'll skip over Toronto. Fuck it. All right. Wow, we're technically... What happened? Why are we a 92? What happened? Oh, no. Sharif is out for 2 to 4 weeks. That explains a lot. Sharif is out 2 to 4 weeks. Sharif and friends is just and friends for game 2. I guess it's Timmy and friends today. All right. So we got the Golden State game. They're technically better than us now. Man, at least we got a fairly easy schedule ahead of us for the next couple weeks after that. Ooh. Something happened to the Pelicans too. The Knicks are kind of up there too. But other than that, we don't have a lot of competition anymore. I think we faced all our stiffest competition in one swoop. So that's pretty good. Damn, Detroit is on fire. All right. Golden State. And we got to do it without Sharif. Wonder who's going to be taking them over. All right, let's put our new ones on. There's the blue one. Obviously, the number actually goes up higher in that little blank area above it, but for some reason, and that's how it shows it until you actually play the game. But yeah, the black ones were the ones I was most proud of, at least. Maybe I need to make something a little bit better for your typical ones, and that could be the black ones could be okay for the alternates. I don't know about the white and the blues. Temporarily rename Penny and Friends. Yeah, it's either going to be Timmy and Friends or Penny and Friends. Should I give them those Warriors ones? Let me see if there's another one. Ooh. I don't think we've played a lot with these Warriors. I want to give them those Warriors, even though those Warriors, the team sucked, the jerseys were dope.
Welcome to the NBA here on 2K.
Was that Alonzo Mourning? I wasn't hardly paying attention. Oh shit, Christian Leitner's back.
And now we head out to
Oh
Dallas.
boy, Christian Leitner just keeps hopping from big team to big team. All right, we're still doing okay. Did the Iowa State guy end up getting? Tyrese Halliburton went 12th. Wow. He's like the highest draft pick we've had in a while. Damn. I didn't know Halliburton was going to go that high. Well, shit, I might have to pay attention to the Kings. They seem to at least assume he's going to do pretty well. He's a 6'5" point guard. That's pretty good. You know who's also a tall point guard? Penny Hardaway. All right.
The Magic make a quick stop here in front of their Orlando fans. Just one game before heading out.
Pistons jersey with the flaming horse. Absolutely.
Last season they couldn't get the edge in the matchup as they went 1-2 in
Ah,
the series.
damn it.
Well, it's their only look at this team all season for these fans, Kevin, with the interconference matchup that we have.
With the fadeaway.
Oh, Reggie still got it.
Miller's got the first points.
Damn. I think that's the highest. I think that's the highest draft pick since Marcus Fizer, honestly. Halliburton going 12th in the draft, I think, is the highest draft pick since Fizer went like third, fourth. It was second through fourth. It was one of those. I think it was like fourth.
As much, and they only get together, as Steve was saying, Clark, just twice a year.
And being the first meeting of that
Hey. All right, that's one foul for Morning. At least we're on a good trajectory right now. If there's one guy we need to foul, we need to get in foul trouble, it's fucking Alonzo Mourning. Whoops. Tim, go ahead and get down there. Get down below there.
To the inside.
Cartoon Rockets jersey in the 2000s. Oh yeah, I think I still use those in these. For as goofy as the 90s stuff was, it looked good.
Well, Clark, they really shot terribly from downtown in that one and eventually paid the price for it.
They sure did. I mean, sometimes you can make up for poor three-point shooting with the strong inside game.
I am excited for trying to rebrand because I got a lot of rebrand team stuff. Most of the stuff uses like modern logos for the most part. Some of them are like, custom logos that someone made for their own rebranding deal. Like the Pacers one looks pretty cool that I got.
Into Tim Duncan. Backs down.
Ah, damn it.
Contact on the way up and 2 shots
You
coming
guys
up.
standing over the court. Yeah, early 2006ers jerseys. Yeah. I used to like them, but honestly, since they've been kind of going back to the older ones that they got now, I think that the older logo with the newer like Sixers jerseys, I think might have been some of the best ones.
Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against the Los Angeles Lakers.
That was a game in hostile territory, too, guys. And seemed like they had.
And these right here might be some of the best Warriors logos or jerseys. I might still end up. I probably could have still ended up using the pinstripes because like the old school pinstripe jerseys for the Magic were arguably the best ones.
Here's Fizer, hits the jumper.
Red hot right out of the gates. 4 for 4 shooting.
Warriors trail by 7. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Flip Saunders. And Doris, what'd you find out?
Yes, Kevin, he said their focus has to be on the defensive end
Ow.
of the floor.
I got like a.
Defensive team
It
that's
feels like a cut.
ready offensively. He
Like
said
I
we
cut
can't
my
have
nose
that
or something.
because they will take advantage. Guys, we'll see how they do. Back to you.
And Doris, thank you so much. And guys, how do you view coach's strategy in terms of limiting those shooters?
I think
It
he's
doesn't
got the
look
right
like I
idea.
did, but it just
You
kind of
gotta
feels
make the
like it for
shooters
some
as
reason.
uncomfortable as possible.
Ah.
Well, that's easier talked than
Cartoon
done.
Raptors
Steve, I mean,
jerseys.
They rarely get rattled. They shoot with such great composure.
I didn't mind them, but I think the most recent Raptors look is probably the best one. But then again, I'm a simple guy for the most part. I still think the Flaming Horse Pistons jerseys are maybe the best ones.
First in block,
I wish
first
they'd
in
bring that
shooting
back.
percentage. And they're also number
Speaking of bringing shit back, they're bringing back the old
loves to cast
I think it's for like the anniversary. There, it's like a 50th, I think, anniversary of the Mavericks. They're bringing back the old Mavericks logo with like the green and the M with the cowboy hat. They're bringing back the old one. Looks pretty cool.
That's blocked. Alston kicks to Duncan. And that
Hey.
right through. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Orlando.
Even if it's for only a year, it actually seems pretty neat, the Mavericks.
Starting to rack up those block shots, guys.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
And so it's Golden State with it.
Oh.
After the Magic pick up 2. Clock at 4. Rejected by
Nope.
Conway. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. And now let's take a look at the most efficient scoring teams in the NBA.
We got some defense. Look at that shit. 4.489.
Shots. They really share the ball. They get great
Nearly
player
2/10 of a nearly 2% above the next highest. Triple J Ranch.
And here's Alston.
I almost can't remember that right now.
2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
The defense played him
I feel like if it was explained to me, I could probably find it real quick.
for the score.
The Magic have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
Triple J Ranch. I don't remember anything about that. Uh-oh. Oh. It's quiet. Oh, shit.
And Duncan, no good on that one. Warriors trail by 8. The pass to McCloud. He feeds it to
Which one of you guys were supposed to be on him? Or did...
blocked by Alston.
what another one. Suck it. Oh.
Inside.
Oh, I tried to thread the needle and fucked it all up.
3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Barkley. And it's Orlando with
Nope.
the rebound. Duncan's got
All right,
3
Penny's still
rebounds.
out there, so that's good.
Hardaway against Johnson.
Oh, God, he really tried to
The
push that in
Warriors
there.
shoot a lowly 30% to start
No,
this
correction.
game.
I tried to push
Johnson
that in
next to
there.
Barkley. Passes it to McCloud.
Mavericks when they had Jason Kidd and 2 other guys. Oh, okay. Oh,
Second shot opportunity. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it.
I don't ever remember Triple J Ranch. I never heard of that one.
Coming up. And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
Well, he looks like he wants to toy around with some of their sets and matchups here.
You know, I don't think you can afford to go through a
There we
whole
go.
game doing the same thing over and over, and you have to be able to
But yeah,
adjust on the fly.
it's like how sometimes online someone will talk about like a hey, today I learned about this, or hey, you know what used to be really retro, this thing, and it's like, God, I remember that actually happening. I'm not that old. Jim Jackson and Jamal Mashburn. There's a forgotten guy right there for you, Jamal Mashburn.
Here's Tinsley. Here's the screen. The jump hook.
Ah,
The rebound
damn
by
it.
Johnson. Warriors trail by 5. Green kicks to Barkley. Back to Green. Feeds to Barkley. Lock at 6.
Nope. Ah, fuck.
Can't get it to go. And it's the Magic taking it the
Hoiberg.
Performance so far on the boards for this club.
Boy, I like
Yeah, you better make that. I gave you all the time in the world to set up.
when the shots have gone up.
I think he's best as a spot-up shooter. When he can play off
Played
of
for
his
like
teammates,
half the league.
find openings on the perimeter, just catch
Glenn
and shoot.
Rice.
That quick release.
I want to see like a Wayne's World thing with some guy who was like a journeyman basketball player.
It's there.
I have an extensive collection of name tags and hairnets. I have an extensive collection of jerseys.
play in the first.
and warm-ups, I guess. I wonder if you get to keep any of that, like when you're with the team. I want to know that. I want to know like if you're with a team, if there's things you get to keep when you leave. Like I remember Pat McAfee making a joke about like his name tag in his like his locker name tag. And when he finally pulled it off, like for the last time, he took it with him. Because, you know, I guess they get like the nameplates and stuff above their lockers and all that. So he took that. But I don't know. I imagine they would maybe get to take jerseys. I don't know. It was the guy the Heat had an NBA Jam. I mean, that would be what? Tim Hardaway and Alonzo Mourning? The guy who's the center for the Warriors that we're facing right now? Hey! Big Baby Davis. I think we had Big Baby Davis on the Magic for a little while. Although I think he was more noteworthy on the Celtics. That was when he really started ballooning up.
Green kicks to Barkley. 6 on the shot clock. And that one's good.
Come on, there you go.
Now Brown. 11 points for him in
There you
that
go.
last game against Toronto. The dish to Brown. Backing down.
Hey, 2 points for Kwame. Let's go.
Brown's got his first basket.
That's what we need. A couple points for Kwame.
And a foul on the shot.
I feel like he set his feet. I feel like he really got himself set for that. Let me see. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, no. He just barely didn't quite get there in time. Felt like he got there. No. No. That was a little bit wonky on the
The Warriors have been perfect.
I like how even as he's like starting to
And he can't get the first one.
fall down, he's still got the animation of getting set up first. Ronnie Cycli. Ronnie Cycli, a.k.a. I believe the first person I traded when I started this association, because Cycli was the guy who was the starter for the Magic after Shaq left. And I believe he was the very first guy I traded away in this association.
He doesn't get
I think it was for Murasan.
Here's Bender.
Oh!
Ends the quarter with a
Woo!
buzzer sounds.
They had that set up, I think, Steve, and he timed it perfectly.
And as we conclude the first quarter,
Jesus.
decided
Oh my God.
Coming up
You
Monday,
remember him?
January 7th, the Detroit Pistons go up against the Los
Hey,
Angeles
Richard
Lakers.
Hamilton. Yeah, those Pistons jerseys right the fuck there. Those particular Pistons jerseys, the best. He was with Glenn Rice on NBA Jam, was he?
welcome back, everyone. A lopsided
I don't remember that.
looks already as we start this second quarter. And for the Magic,
Then again, I wasn't so much an NBA Jam guy. I didn't really get into. I think I had a friend who might have had NBA Jam or a cousin, but when I actually owned my own copy of something like that, it was when Hang Time was a thing. That's when I got into it. I was more Hang Time than NBA Jam, even though it was made by the same people. But
here's the second quarter to play. Setting the floor for the Warriors.
whoops,
We've got Brown.
that's all right. He still missed.
And the three, the small forward. And he'll shoot
Fuck
free
you,
throws.
Leitner.
Clearly fouled on that shot this time. The whistle blowing.
Yeah, the defender draped all over it.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
The Warriors shooting their fifth and 6 free throws of the game.
You know what I also need to figure out? I think I need to figure out the logos and stuff for like the wipes and everything. I could really start customizing the shit out of it.
Warnings there.
Because judging by what I made for like a scoreboard, I don't know if I'm gonna have like a particular network scoreboard next year. It might just be my own personal one for my YouTube channel and my Twitch. Unless I decide to make it some sort of specific network, but I don't know if I'll do that. Maybe something that never carried NBA, like Spike. Constantine Pope. Oh my God.
And it's the Magic's ball on the wing. Miller.
I kind of remember him.
Left side Miller. Here's Bender.
Ah, bro, you did so good the first time.
He has. I mean, not being able to knock down that open jumper. It happens far too often.
The pass to Mercer.
You know who I remember with Glenn Rice? Once Rice was on the Hornets, Matt Geiger. That's who I remember with Glenn Rice. That's who I associate with him.
Here's Bender, and he banks in the layup. 7
Bender's been doing pretty good, I think. He's got 7 points. Mayberry hasn't put up anything, but, I mean, I think he's just been mostly a playmaker right now.
Simply has been lifeless.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. One of the top stories here, Tim Duncan.
This floor, by the way, it's okay.
They got to find a way to slow
But I do like the wood pattern that I got after this one.
13th and steals. 13th
There's something I'm not a big fan of this wood pattern. It's okay, but
not a strong suit for this team.
it kind of fits.
Only top 20 in the league. They really don't do a good job of defending the paint.
Hardaway's checked in for Orlando. Brown, the pass to
Sean Bradley. Oh yeah,
the fade.
I had him on this team for a while.
That one drops. Morning's got
It's kind of funny hearing some of these. I'm like,
In that matchup, and he can just shoot
it's like, oh yeah, he was on this association.
being bothered.
no good from Duncan. Warriors trail by 10. He kicks to Brown.
Like to what? TNA. I feel like you had a stroke there for a second.
6 to shoot.
What was the defense doing
Hey,
there?
Okada.
He's not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
Duncan dishes to Hardaway.
All right. I mean, you're gonna leave him open. Shit.
Kept alive. Here's Pfizer.
Come on, Pfizer. There you go.
That time, and it's good. And the Magic lead by 12.
Oh
Great
no.
play under the boards for him, and you know that's the
Name
standard
me,
that he sets.
name
It
me
seems
the
like
most forgotten
second
play. I don't know.
chance points.
I forgot him.
Game in, game out.
Morning. And the layup's good
Why
off
does
the
Apple
bounce.
autocorrect name with
Morning's
TNA?
got 6 points.
I don't know.
Done well at taking
Do you type TNA more than the word name?
getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors.
It'd be kind of funny if you did, though.
Inside
Oh,
into that lane area.
hey!
For them.
Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
Those Arisu Endo pictures, yeah.
Attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
Pass to Mercer. Pass to Leitner.
I don't think she's a great trade-off for losing Mina Shirakawa and
Let's go.
Himawari Unagi, but
Bring it out.
they probably weren't going to do anything with them anyway. Any, like, photo books or anything. Maybe Endo might actually have some stuff. Who knows?
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings.
Proceeded to follow her on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter.
They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous
As any simp one.
tonight toward the postseason. And of course the Magic. They're in the 4th position.
Damn it.
Checking out Orlando, they've still managed a lot of positive results this season, but maybe not just as much success
There
as
we
they
go.
had in mind.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, if you had asked them before the season where they expected to be in the standings at this point, I'd say it was probably higher than where they are right now.
And the pass to McLeod. Dishes it to Johnson.
Yeah. I wonder if someday I'm just going to have to take like a day, like one of my days off and just look through my Twitter account, see if there's anything on there. Because every time I see something like that, every time I see something where someone's discussing, Jesus, been a while since I had just a straight air ball.
Back to Johnson.
Anytime something happens where they talk about it on Twitter, someone usually ends up going like 8 years back into their Twitter account and be like, hey, do you remember when you said this? I'm very confident I don't have anything too too bad on there. I'm very confident there were no there weren't any racial or homophobic slurs.
This one for three. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in this game. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many.
I feel like if anything, I'd have to answer for all my Twitter likes of Joshi's.
He'll get to the line and shoot two. Tim Duncan picks one up.
Yeah, he's a physical player, Kevin. He's got that strong frame, and he uses it to full advantage.
Yeah, matching up with him, you better get ready for impact. High collision impact. His bruising style of play, not for the faint of heart.
And the Warriors making a change here. He hits the second from the line.
Well, I didn't see you use the N-word on Twitter, but I do see you like almost every other Hikari Noah photo that she posts.
Right away from outside. Offensive rebound.
Yeah.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Teams that make their free throws, they're so tough down
If
the
I go
stretch.
10 years
What's
back, you
your
found
confidence?
one tweet. You said, I like Kamiwamis. Oh my God. Can you imagine if that absolutely did not happen. I know that much.
First free throw is good.
Although I do remember there were times you were showing me like tweets of stuff from like my old apartment before, when I lived by myself. And it's like, God, I forget that I posted pictures of like all my fucking Joshi photos framed. I'm really glad I didn't continue my idea of just having a wall of Joshi photos framed because I have too many now. They're all just sitting nice and neat in a binder, not taking up nearly as much room as they used to.
The shot is off. And Golden State will go the other way with it. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take
I know there used to be a program one time like on like a website where you could put in your like your Twitter login and all that. I don't know if I trust it at this point, but you used to be able to do that, and then you could just like basically one click and wipe everything you've ever said.
Alston kicks to Brown. On the wing, Miller takes a 3.
Oh yeah, damn it!
Down by Johnson. Johnson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Brown with it, picked up by Brown. 109 left to play here in the second quarter.
There we go.
Magic leading by
You said
7.
furry porn is fine as long as it. Ugh. Yes, I do deny that. I definitely have never. I fully know myself enough to know for sure that I have never tweeted any pro furry shit.
Aggressive and focused on his finishes.
I don't get into that shit.
Mercer guarded by Hardaway. Here's Mercer. Some solid defense from Brown.
Mr. Okada, on this Discord, you said also Momo and Utami have mother-bearing hips. I noticed. Don't ask why.
Situation.
Hardaway for 3. And
That's a tweet I would stand by today.
got himself going there.
Momo and Utami do have childbearing hips.
Boy, they've been leaning on that outside shot a little too much here in the second.
I know you were saying it to him, but fuck it.
I don't like their offensive pace.
That's one I'd stand by today.
And that is good. Johnson's got 4 this quarter. Now Brown.
That would be the Twitter equivalent of that video with that guy on True TV where he's in court and the one woman she was talking about him trying to sell drugs to like the undercover cop, and he said, "Girl, you thicker than a bowl of oatmeal," and he just like points. You see him just point in the background, like, yeah.
Starting to take on a little more meaning as the season gets into full swing. Orlando on top against
2 weeks ago,
Golden
you
State.
said I
They're
wouldn't
looking to
mind if a
solidify their
Joshi put her
standings in the
thighs on my
conference.
neck and
Right
choked
now,
me to
they're
death. Do you
sitting
deny this?
a sensational
I don't remember
percentage
saying
from
it,
Duncan. He's
but
got
I
us
stand by it.
look at the work
I guess
he's
it
been
depends on the
putting on
Joshi.
In terms of field goal percentage, he is taking quality shot after quality shot.
Oh shit!
It's a close game for Miami going up against Indiana. Some good
The thing is, he was wrong. Damn, the Spurs are 5-27. What the absolute shit? What happened to the Spurs? Holy shit!
The lead out in Quicken Loans Arena against New York. A comfy advantage for them in the third. And that'll be it for us here. Thanks so much for joining me. Now it's time to head back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr.
Thing is, he was wrong. We need to see the cop.
To see you around next
Yeah,
time.
we don't know, but yeah, that's that's the thing where it's like yeah, she was thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
Dallas, Texas, as we welcome you back.
We've seen Tim Duncan getting it done. He has 12 points, and 4 of his points have come at the foul
Oh
line.
yeah, I put my little logo on the back too.
Which can't be
Mostly because I had it towards the front patch, but the NBA logo for whatever reason, I think, unless something got screwy with it, I don't know. Now, see, on this, the NBA patch isn't on there anymore. That's weird because in my testing, the NBA patch was on that opposite shoulder from the Adidas one, so I had to put my own little personal logo on the back. Maybe that's just the differences between the two. That's just the differences between the two versions of NBA 2K14 I have, but I don't remember changing that.
Morning's got the first point to start out the third quarter for the Warriors and for Golden State. To the middle, here's Pfizer. And
Here we go.
he throws it down hard with one hand.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yeah, you got that right.
Passes to Mercer.
Tyler, you said, and I quote, I don't mind if a Joshi did BDSM shit to me in front of a packed Karakuan hall. I know I didn't say that, and I don't know if I'd be into that. I've never really done BDSM to know if I'm into that shit.
Even from here, you can see that one pretty clearly. Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
The Warriors have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts. First one falls.
Although I'm pretty sure some of the Tokyo Joshi Pro girls are definitely into that. I know, like, Sayuri Namba for sure, the ring announcer. Namba's definitely a BDSM fetishist.
And that one goes in. 2 from the
I think she even brought in her dog collar one day to, like, one of their, like, the night appearances.
to Tim Duncan.
Damn it.
Called in by Alonzo Mourning. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Pass to Mercer. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And it's gonna be out of bounds.
Hey.
And a quick review here.
All right, while it's doing that, what horse shit have you sent me? Why do I still open these things like it's going to be good? Oh, yes. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, the thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
Who can really take care of the boards for you.
And Steve, you mentioned his sky-high
Video.
percentage ranking. I mean,
Phenomenal.
He's got both the technique and the patience and discipline.
Hey, there we go.
Great shooters.
Hey, Leitner's up to 3, but we're already in the third, so it might not be all that great. We'll see.
From the foul line. The first
All
one
right.
falls.
I wouldn't mind being cycled by a Joshi. What? I don't think I've heard cycling.
He's perfect from the line this
I don't think I've heard of that one before.
Warriors trail by 8.
Do I have to do I need to get cucked by a Joshi?
Gets a screen from Mourning.
Yeah, I'm not really into cucking. No, that's not really something I enjoy, so I know I definitely wouldn't say that.
6 on the shot clock.
I did see the reaction to when she won the red belt, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, she's not ready for it," and blah blah blah. I remember seeing
One-dimensional right
it was like very mixed. I feel.
You don't need another dimension.
Well, they're taking this defense to task.
I saw people who were like, "Oh, it's a shame that Mayu's reign wasn't longer." I'm like, it was a year. I mean, they had to cut a lot of it short, but it was probably, I think it's like the second or third longest in the company.
Here's Mourning.
I don't think Stardom was gonna start giving people Okada length reigns, but
Mourning's got 12.
I don't know what's happening to their defense. I mean, they don't.
yeah, I saw some back and forth on it because they're like, well, it probably should have been Momo or Kiona. I'm like, I get it, but also
Hardaway for 3.
I understand also that they're not nearly as
So hard to stop.
marketable in Japan as Utami is.
Mourning with the screen. Brown the
I know they get
Mercer covered.
less fans, I guess.
It's Brown with the drive.
I was gonna say I was there for a show in Caracoan Hall, having to deal with the fucking merch lines, which I can only imagine what the merch lines are supposed to be like in the COVID era.
The leaders in blocks over the last month. Fifth is Tim Duncan.
But
Boy, that is an impressive number.
Kiona,
Can he keep that up?
it was pretty much all the Oedo Tai members left before everyone else.
Different look here for the Warriors.
But Kiona was not too far behind. I know she's mostly a Western favorite.
And he makes both free
I missed out on Momo because she left earlier than I thought she was going to. Hell, Azumi was there longer than Momo was for fans.
Here's Paget. Tries again.
There we go.
Lays it in. Duncan's got 14 points for the game.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Feeds to Morning. Golden State.
You were the only Momo fan at the merch line. She has fans. She definitely has fans. I saw one dude who was just like decked out in Momo gear.
Off the mark.
There was another dude, actually, there was one dude who had a fair bit of Momo stuff, but there was one dude, he was decked out in TCS merch. That's what it was. He had like the shirt, the hat, the towel. He was decked out.
He passes to
She was crying inside. They don't sell shirt. They didn't sell shirts at the show I was at. And if they were going to sell shirts,
good.
they would have sold them there.
Outside.
They were busy selling photos and photo books. And I think calendars.
Pass to Mercer.
Speaking of, I made sure to get a 2021 calendar.
No good.
Not a good look at the hoop. They've
Not a Stardom one, though.
job offensively creating some space.
Duncan with it. Now defended by Morning.
I don't like Paget's chances. That's a long two, but
Here's Alston. There's the dish to
try it again. Second time's a charm. There you go.
in the play. And the
That guy is the future stalker. Oh my God.
Here, and it's thanks in large part to their three-point shooting.
You called that right. They are lighting it up from behind the arc this half.
Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. They're looking extremely sharp right now, poised in the top spot and playing.
Yep,
very
Cody Rhodes is gonna hate me if I ever work for
now, quite a ways down.
AEW.
Well, I think for Golden State,
He's a creepy stalker
mediocre
fan.
is a word we've often heard used to describe their overall performance this season.
Except I'm not like some weirdo. I'm not some weirdo towards all the wrestlers. It's just like specifically Hikaru Shida.
Morning's shot is good. Morning's got 10 points here in the second half.
And I'll say this.
Uh,
It looks like he's made of rubber sometimes because defenders just
I bet you I could get something in with Tinsley here. Let's see what he's got. Let's see what he's got. Oh shit, dude, he got by him. I like that. That was pretty good.
He's your man. He's the guy I'm looking for to make it happen.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Yeah, we're only up by 10. That's not too bad. Things could change
Back to Johnson.
drastically.
The pass to Mercer. Fades away.
Oh,
And that one is
we've been doing really good on defense these last couple of
I
games.
think that's a good word to describe it. I mean, the basket is looking awfully small to him at the moment.
inside.
That's not who I meant to give it to. That's who I meant to give it to.
Down is Duncan. Right through the D.
There we go.
Duncan's got 16 points.
Can't tell me you wouldn't act like a little boy if a Joshi kissed you. I guess it depends. Well, you know what? It probably doesn't depend.
Pace like this, and that's why the defense is having a tough time.
Shot from 16, and it's Orlando with the rebound.
I was gonna pretend like I would be picky, but
And the officials call the backcourt
in
violation. Not very careful there.
in my own reality, I know I wouldn't be.
Duncan, he's been just lighting it up recently. The stats speak for themselves. Third in blocks, third in field goal percentage, and he's been a terrific rebounder as well in the top 10 in that category per game.
And you addressed this spot as one of the leaders in average blocks per game.
Come on.
Tell you what, that makes a huge difference on the team's defense. When you got a shot blocker in
There we go.
it can change
I was like, wasn't this like a year or so into when you were able to flop? I remember when they actually, it was either 2K13 or 2K14 when they put in the flopping mechanic. People are like, oh my god, it's finally here. Good D. Good D. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. Oh, that was bad.
Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Warriors trail by 12. Now here's Johnson.
Damn it.
Comes up empty down low. And it's Orlando's ball.
Can you imagine if Stardom did that, where like they sold like instead of checkies one day, they sold like cheek kisses?
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Different look here for the Warriors.
Like I feel like even in Japan, where they almost sexualize the handshake, would probably be enough to do that, like a handshake meet and greet. I remember being told that story about who the fuck was it? Mamoru Clover Z. They're like kind of a popular idol group. Oh! But yeah, Mamoru Clover Z is a popular idol group in Japan, and I guess they came to like Anime Expo in Los Angeles one year. And considering Americans are, just Americans, handshakes are like a fairly normal thing here, especially for meet and greets. Like, you get to meet them. Like, I've shaken the hands of a lot of wrestlers. You buy their merch, get something from them, shake their hand to thank them. Oh, we get to see tiny Shaquille O'Neal now. The best one is when he was lined up against like Mike Bibby. So you just get a tall Mike Bibby and a short Shaquille O'Neal.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Magic.
All right, it's only 12 points, so it's a good lead. We just got to maintain it, and that's not a good way to do it.
And upcoming the schedule for the Orlando Magic.
So yeah, Mamoru Clover Z was in America for doing like a concert for Anime Expo. And they did like a meet and greet. And apparently there was a lot of Japanese fans who actually flew overseas so they could be a part of this meet and greet and shake their hand. Because of how much bigger a deal it is, I guess, to do that in Japan.
Magic shooting at 50% in a decent group. Hardaway defended by Mercer. Here's Pfizer. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And I guess the band themselves got a little skeeved out or got a little weirded out by the fact that I guess these Japanese fans, when they came over, would all like stand in a fucking corner and just basically mark out over the fact that they got to touch their hand.
Steve, I think that's what you'd expect, seeing what the score is.
Come on, open up Mayberry a little bit. Oh, that's a fadeaway. Why did I do that? I'm a dum-dum. Why am I screwing this up? Oh, boy. Okay. Yeah, a timeout is a good idea right now. Let's reset. Is there anything I need? Play tight post. Mid-range three-point alley-oop, protect ball. What? No. 3-point. Wait, why is this? Is there a way to change that? I'm weirded out by this. Why am I? Oh, this is inbounding. Okay, well, I won't really worry about it. Well, I'll do 3-point. Miller would be the... No, Duncan. Everything else, that's a lot of badges, dude. Even Lee Mayberry has 3 badges now. Did I shake many hands in Japan? No, I did not. I don't remember if I shook any Joshi's hands in Japan, just because it's not a customary thing at their you know, when you meet them. It's weird how it's more customary to be able to take a picture of them. Like when you pay for a portrait, you could take a picture of them at their table. That's more customary than just shaking their hand as a thank you. That's sad. Which actually is kind of funny because considering, of course, people still, since the COVID era has started and they've gone back to doing shows, they've done the post-show meet and greets where you buy the portraits and then, of course, you can take pictures. So they still have it, but now they have the COVID era things. So they're like wearing their face masks, and then there's also usually like a plastic shield in front of them too. So it's slightly more sad than it used to be, because it's like, you know, they're obviously separated quite a bit. No. Fuck, I thought I had it. God damn it. Oh, Jesus, I just fucking clobbered him. But yeah, I see that pop up sometimes because some of the Joshi wrestlers will like it on Twitter, and it's just like, you know, the picture where it's like you could see in their eyes they're smiling, but it's got like a mask, and you know, some of them got a face shield, and then of course a plastic barrier between it as well, just to keep it as sterile as possible. Did you see by the way, speaking of as sterile as possible, did you see the video of like the family that made they made like the plastic shield thing for their family members? They made like the plastic shield thing for their family members, and then they also had like the long plastic gloves so they could still give hugs to their family, but it was between plastic. It's really boy in the plastic bubble type stuff. It's very odd. But yeah, it's like, oh no, is this where we're at now? Where that's how we're going to be able to hug our family members, is with plastic gloves and a giant plastic barrier between us? Oh, hey, there we go. Oh shit. Yeah, I want to see if I can find the. I want to see if I can find the video. Let's see. I'm gonna try to. Oh God. Oh, there's quite a few of these things. Jesus Christ. Yeah, if you put in like, it's gonna be a weird thing to put into your YouTube, but you can YouTube family hug plastic, and you'll see all sorts of things that are supposed to be heartwarming of families who have created these giant plastic barriers with big plastic gloves, so you can still hug your family members and stay safe. 90% chance. No, it's like 99. It's like 98, 99. I don't want to get into it because it's like very taboo to even suggest that, you know. It feels very taboo to even suggest that, you know, you probably won't die from it, but still. Hey, I like his rainbow shot, but really, it's like, it just feels weird. It just feels weird to look at it and go, I can't imagine if it happened a year sooner and I wouldn't have been able to see like my grandpa before he died like last year. I can't imagine like not being able to see him that Father's Day and then not being able to go to his funeral.
Looks for Mourning, gets it to him. Duncan is there.
Thankfully, I haven't had any like super close family members die. I don't know what that's been like right now. All right, we really need to make sure we keep this as separated as possible. We're only up by 7. That's not good. I mean, it's still a lead. A lead's a lead, even if it's a 6-point lead. By the way, this is a super low-scoring game. At least usually we get something in the 80s or 90s for these levels of games, but this is... There we go. You're currently... Have you talked to any girls on Zoom? No. I do not have Zoom on my... I like how when Zoom first came out, there was like the huge issue of how it takes your private data and sells it to companies. Like people can take your private data and all that, and then like it just sort of disappeared once it became like the normal. Once it became the normal thing, like that whole thing just kind of disappeared. You're currently dealing with that. Oh yeah, that's right. You got your grandpa you're dealing with. Have you been in quarantine? No, I haven't been in quarantine with a girl. I've been in quarantine with my roommate who had it. I'm glad to hear your grandpa's doing okay. Although I do say, oh Jesus, Alonzo Mourning just completely sent Tim Duncan to the shadow realm with that block.
35 left in the fourth quarter. Hardaway kicks to Duncan. Mourning's there. Duncan dishes to Miller. Outside Hardaway.
Just put it up. There you go. Oh man, where are we at with these guys? Oh, Hardaway's. All right. Well, it's kind of man. We still haven't gotten anything for Lee Mayberry. At the very least, he's gotten some assist. Some days he's so angry and doped up he can't speak. Oh man, that sucks, dude. I'm not as I like to think it's like, well, I'm not as bad at work. We have this woman who's like in her mid 40s, and she is like everything you hear. I wouldn't even say on Fox News, because not even Fox News even says it, but everything you hear from like fucking InfoWars, she just repeats it ad nauseum. So she's gotten in arguments with some of the guys at work over COVID. She's like, oh, this person got COVID and they didn't die. It's almost like it's not all that deadly. It's like, So yeah, she's been getting in arguments with people at work over COVID and the election and everything else, which is very odd because she doesn't ever seem to come off almost like that. But yeah, I do remember one time where we were sorting through magazines, and they had a magazine that was like a gay-friendly magazine. And featured like 2 guys on the cover. They weren't doing anything super sexual. They were kind of sort of embracing each other. But I remember I was like sitting next to her, and she just like holds it up, and she's like, I'm like, yeah, I'm not really into dudes, but I'm not completely grossed out by the fact that 2 dudes are on a magazine. Well, that's good that he seems to be doing good. Does she come in not wearing a mask? Oh, she never wears a mask. She never wears a mask. I have never seen her with a mask on. She actually doesn't take the elevator upstairs into the break room. She takes the stairs so she doesn't have to put on a mask. I can't judge her too hard because I don't wear a mask all the time. I wear a mask when I'm like near all my coworkers, but like if I have space around me, I don't really do it. So I don't ever really have room to judge anybody for their non-mask usage. I'd say the most of the time when I wear a mask, it's when I know I'm going to be near my coworkers, like within the social distancing deal, and of course when I'm kind of out in public and I'm going places.
He dishes it to Barkley.
But yeah, I think she's very against it.
Passes it to McCloud.
But like if I have room and I'm not really around my coworkers, I won't. Sometimes I won't wear it. I know, very problematic. I'm not wearing it 100% of the time, but
It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg.
I do when I feel I need
This
to.
is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports.
Hey,
We present
I feel like it's been a little while since. I guess it hasn't been too long, but I feel like it's been a little while since we last came to the end of the game like this. There you go. It really was Penny and Friends today. Imagine what this game would have been like if we actually had Sharif. At least Reggie Miller got to get some reps in as a starter again. Voshan Leonard. Brevin Knight. Brevin Knight's another one. Paul Pierce. Meets Pelicans West. Ellis this season high. Let's see. They're saying Iverson might win MVP. Is this the MVP race? Iverson, Grant Hill, Steve Nash, Courtney Alexander? Huh? And Tim Hardaway. Well, the first fit, like Iverson, Grant Hill, Steve Nash. Okay. Courtney Alexander and Tim Hardaway are on this. I mean, Tim Hardaway is Tim Hardaway. But yeah, 35 years old, Tim Hardaway. Jesus Christ. The fact that he's on here. The fact that Kobe's not at this point. How's Kobe not on this? Or Shaq? Rookie of the Year, Pau Gasol. That makes sense. Tony Parker, Joe Johnson. Arnov. Sixth man, Sam Cassell, Wesley Person, Vashon Leonard, Bonzi Wells, Jelani McCoy. It's a lot of dudes I don't really know besides Cassell and Leonard. Defensive player, Garnett, O'Neal, Kirilenko. I guess Kirilenko's pretty good, but I mean, I never considered him like a defensive player of the year material. Sean Bradley, that seems to make some sense. It's kind of amazing. I guess Sean Bradley's still pretty young. I didn't realize how young Sean Bradley is. Did he get drafted at 19 or something? Must have got drafted pretty young. Antoine Walker. Most improved player, Courtney Alexander. That makes sense. Cummings, Morris Peterson, Metavenko, Todd McCulloch. He seems to be very high. Okay, 75. Not amazing, but still. All right, let's see where we're going to go. LA is not really going to be a problem. Boston's not going to be a problem. Or that. The Clippers, I thought you were going to be a problem. San Antonio, no. I'm guessing not even the Hawks or the Nets. I think the Pelicans are going to be the closest to the next possible game here. Let me see here. 88. I wonder if we should face the Pelicans just because it's probably our last game against them. No, we do have another game. But it is kind of crammed in there with a lot of other games. Like, I don't know if the Lakers will be a thing, but the Bulls will be a thing. God, the Hawks got even worse. 5-33. What the absolute shit has happened to the Spurs? The Knicks also dropped kind of hard because the Knicks were another team, the next possible team. I might play the Pelicans just because the Pelicans I don't think are going to be around next year. Grant, going by the things I'm kind of moving pieces around for. I don't think the Pelicans are going to be a team. We're gonna have a different team in New Orleans, I think. So I might do that. 26-13 is not bad. I don't want to go too far into the month anyway because I still need to do my development drills. I just don't want to do them right this second. I think other than that, let me see here. Sharif should be day to day. Yep. Sharif's day to day. Everyone else is pretty okay. Marcus Brown's hurt. Kwame's kind of he's very mediocre. Just skill level and Kwame Brown's face really is the best showing of where he's at mentally right now. Let me see what the Pelicans got. I know they got some players. Where are they at? There they are. Yeah, Paul Pierce, Rasheed Wallace, Jason Williams, Sabalos, Courtney Alexander, Derek Coleman. Of course, this is a pissed off Derek Coleman, so he's not that good. Rookie Richard Jefferson, yeah. Michael Redd, is that second year Michael Redd? Eddie House, second year Eddie House, who's pissed off. This looks like an interesting team. I might look at him. I might try it out because I haven't faced this like MVP Paul Pierce. Has he won it once or twice? Once. Yeah, so I might try to face MVP. Jesus. His game high points is 78. Good Lord. I want to see if anyone's as bad as the Spurs. I haven't seen anything nearly as bad as them yet. The Hawks are the worst team in the conference at 10-28. No one's even close to how bad the Spurs are. Good Lord. Yeah, no one's even close. By the way, the Sonics have super pulled away from like everybody else in the conference. They are 5 games ahead of everybody. That's ridiculous. Like we're doing okay. The Raptors are still 30-9 though. That's still pretty ridiculous. The Sonics and the Raptors are. I feel like we need to face the Raptors. Whoops. No, don't do that. So what? Did we skip over? We skipped over the Raptors game. Maybe we need to play the next Raptors game if there's another one. Do we have one? Yeah, we have one Raptors game left. We may have to do that considering they're a top-level team. Try to beat them and take them down a notch. Holy shit. But yeah, that Jazz team. Or not Jazz, Jesus. Yeah, that Sonics team. Do we have a Sonics game coming up? Let me see if I have a Sonics game coming up. Did we already do our Sonics games? We did the one where we won. We've had one. Do we have a second? We don't. We have one more Sonics game coming up. That's good. All right. Well, 2 solid wins. One of them was kind of easy. One of them not so much. But it's okay. 2 solid wins. We've done well. God, we absolutely destroyed the Nets. So we'll face the Pelicans because I don't think the Pelicans are going to be much around. After this, I'm going to be changing some teams around, and I think they're going to be one of the teams to go in favor of somebody else. But nonetheless, thank you guys for coming out. It's very late. I need to consider going to bed. I know I didn't really even do 2 full hours. I apologize for that. I started way later than I thought. I didn't quite sleep as much as I planned on, but I was probably going to do. I definitely want to do some other stuff at some point because I got my Xbox Series S. I got some games on there. I don't know. A lot of them are just older games. Like if I finally get Dirt 5, I'll probably do that. but I probably won't do anything until like the Black Friday deals come around. Then I'll probably be able to get some games. I'm kind of waiting for some sales. But yeah, I also want to play, what was it? Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. I got the remaster on my Switch. Plays really well. Looks really nice. It's everything I remembered it to be. Either way, I'll have that plus College Hoops at some point. So thank you guys for coming out. I greatly appreciate it. It's been fun. I know it's quite late, so I'm sure you guys need to sleep as much as I do. I'll try to do something here, hopefully by Sunday, Monday, within the next few days, I'm going to be out and about tomorrow and Saturday, so I definitely won't be around. So hope to see you guys around again soon. Thank you, and I will see you guys next time.